Good morning, Supercar Sunday at Pierce College, brought to you by Porsche Woodland Hills. And I'm here with Bill Moropoulos. And the first time he came into Supercar Sunday, people ran over and said, do you know who's here? Do you know who's here? I don't know who's here. And it's Bill Moropoulos. Bill, who are you and why is your name important in the automotive segment, the automotive world, the racing world?
Well, I guess I had my 15 minutes of fame when I drag raced. So drag raced 20 some odd years, won 3 world championships, 50, 60 major events. And then I went into engine building business, build motors for race motors for mostly stock cars, circle track cars. And then one day I woke up and I was bored, so I built this.
So tell us about this, because I remember when this came in, everyone ran over and said, you got to check out Bill's car with the LS motor. Tell us about the car. Why this car and the setup? Well,
I had the idea for the engine because I built this basic LS for a circle NASCAR series, and one day I was staring at it. I go, well, if you put a fabricated manifold and 3 tube barrels, kind of give it the old school hot rod look on a new base, LS base, and get rid of the coils, use a distributor instead, make it look old school but with the new school platform. So I had the idea for the engine a couple years prior to the car, and then when I decided to do the car, I decided, well, what would show off the engine the most, and reasonably priced budget. So I went to some car shows, looked at some stuff, and I was thinking of a 32 Ford, but there's so many of them, and generally you have the hood on them and all that. So, and nobody was building these, and I really didn't even like these, but I said if you built one a little different, committed to more of the hot rod roadster look, lower it, no roof, instead of the big window and the top and all that. So I just started looking around, and I found a guy selling a chassis, some power chassis and a body, and just threw it on sawhorses and went to work.
And you built it all yourself?
Except the interior. I had everybody, when it was all done, everybody said it was too nice not to have a nice interior. So I didn't know Mike at the time, and everybody says, oh yeah, he's in the valley, he's great. And so we went over there, and it was already painted, and he said, what color are you thinking? And I go, tan. And he goes, good boy, if you'd have said black, I'd have sent you home.
Oh, that's funny.
So,
and what kind of power is the LS motor making?
This one makes 622 at 6,800. And
wow.
I've turned it to 8,000 on the dyno just to see if it'd go that high. And the street trim, it's probably more like 600. I got some resonators in the back pipe, probably chokes it down a little, and I got a couple degrees of timing out of it just for the street because of the pumped gas. But no, it's just, I drove 190 miles yesterday, probably 200 today.
And how often do you drive this car?
Every day, unless it's raining.
Have you driven in the rain?
Unfortunately, a couple of times. Spun it out in the rain on the freeway.
So it is California, but during winter when we get here at 5:30 in the morning, sometimes it's about 32 to 36 degrees, middle of California winter when the sun hasn't come up. And the first guy to show up, generally speaking, is Bill. If it's freezing out, if it's hot out, if it's windy out, if it's foggy out, if there's a hurricane or tornado, a flood, Bill's driving this car. What's the furthest you've driven it?
Reno.
Wow.
Reno, Hot August nights every year for Reno. It's been to Big Sur, Monterey area five times, Havasu a couple times, Prescott, Del Mar 2 weeks from now for so. Wow. The longer the better. I'm planning a bucket list one all the way up to Canada.
Wow.
I mean, not to Canada, to the furthest northern part of Washington, all by the coast, never leave the coast. So it's gonna be like a 4-day event each way.
So if you're ever at Supercar Sunday, or you see this car, walk up, say hello to Bill. He's one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet. Knows absolutely everything about cars. I mean, absolutely everything. I was hung up on my 69 Camaro big block car. Something wasn't running right. He came over, brought 2 wrenches, and fixed the whole damn car in 5 minutes. Adjusted all the valves, and I had no idea what he was doing. He was just crank it a little bit. And what a nice guy. So come say hello to Bill. This is his car he built himself, put out some major power. Unbelievable out of that motor. But that's what Bill's known for. And do you have a website or anything, Bill?
out, just find me on Facebook.
So, hugely passionate guy in the automotive world, and nicer guy you won't find. He cruises all the time, him and his guys. Leave Supercar Sunday, they usually hit PCH. I watch all their antics on Facebook. I'm wrapping up the show and they're headed to lunch, lining up their cars.
Went to Cold Springs Tavern yesterday by myself. Nobody wanted to go.
Wow, yeah, up in Santa Barbara.
Right.
Another beautiful day. Well, Bill, thank you for always coming out here. Thank you for being
Anytime,
who you
I love
are, being super cool.
I'm glad we're back on every week.
You got it. Have a great day, Bill.
Me too.